Hi everyone, day 6 is here and our 7-day Beach Babe or My Smart Start 10-minute workouts. So proud of you for making it here to day 6. You're staying strong, you're staying committed. If you've had some hiccups on the way, not a problem. Keep pushing through, regroup, restart. There's always time for a new beginning. So don't let this hold you back. Just keep pushing forward. So with that said, get everything that you need, take a deep breath, and we'll be beginning with our strength day. So today we're going to be focusing on strength. This is going to be a strength day. We're going to set our interval timers for 7 exercises at 1 minute in duration each, with a 30-second rest and pause in between. Make sure you have your mat today along with your water and a towel. Okay, so let's get ready for our warm-up. In our warm-up again, we want to stretch up to the sky, remaining in great posture, big stretch, inhaling deep breaths of air. That tummy tight, nice and relaxed. Again, this is where we're setting our intention. We're clearing our mind. We're omitting anything that's going to clutter it, such as daily activities and to-do lists. Let's block those out. This is your time to focus. Focus on the task at hand, to connect with your body, to move your body. Continue with some big deep breaths. A couple more seconds. Awesome. And then we're going to start with a light jog, very light on our toes, using our arms in a jogging motion. You can also do the march that we did in day 1 and 2 if you don't want to start off with a jog. The muscles are going to be a little stiff and a little sore today. That's why the warm-up is so important, that we warm up and stretch, get everything loose and moving again. And we go right into butt kickers. So driving your heels up towards your bum, still keeping light on your feet. Good posture. You can use your arms or not use your arms here. Not using your arms makes it a little bit more difficult. Remember, it's just a warm-up. We're just getting the blood flowing. We're getting moving. Keep driving those heels up. Just a few more seconds, and then we're going to transition into a high knee. So we're going to bring our knees up to about a 45-degree angle. Just driving them a little higher than you would normally in a jogging motion. Again, light on your toes. You can do the march like we did in the warm-up too. Core is tight, belly button in towards the spine and breathing. Driving those legs up, driving those legs up. A few more seconds. There we go. Now we're going to do a few stretches. Feet shoulder width apart, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, reaching for the sky, bending over slowly. Touch the ground. And then we're going to reach over to your right side, grabbing behind our calf, behind our foot, and pulling our chest towards our leg. So we should really feel that stretch in your hamstring, back of the knee and calf. And then moving over to our left side, doing the same. Again, don't round your back and pull your chin to your leg. Try to keep your back flat and pull your chest in. And then walking our hands behind, in the middle, behind our feet. Really feeling the stretch here in our lower back and glutes. And then going into a sumo squat. So not moving your feet, but just squatting down, placing your elbows in between your knees, and just push your knees out gently. You should feel this stretch in the inner thigh. A couple of arm circles. And rolling up slowly, vertebrae for vertebrae. Last thing to come up is your chin, rolling our shoulders back. Quad stretch, holding on to something for balance. Remember, keep those knees in line. Just will feel really good after the last couple of days. We've done a lot of work on our lower body core. Amazing. I'm doing a front runner stretch, so extending one leg in front of the other, bending the left knee, right leg is straight, toe to the sky, leaning forward with our chest. You can grab your toe if you'd like, or just place your hands on your thighs and alternating to really feel this in the back of the legs, all the way up the back of the legs into your glutes and lower back. The more you pull on your toe, gently pull on your toe, the more stretch you'll feel. Couple dynamic stretches, get the arms loose. Shoulder stretch, bringing left shoulder across the upper chest, using our right arm just to hold it in, feeling that stretch in our deltoid. And rotate to the other side. Excellent. Just wrapping up the warm-up. Grab a sip of water if you need. Get everything set and ready, your interval timers. And we're going to begin with our first exercise, a squat touch, reach for the sky, calf raise. So in your front squat position, feet just wider than shoulder width apart, you're going to squat down, get that bum down nice and low, and then pushing through your heels and up on your toes, extending to the sky. Make sure you reach down to the ground. Don't want you hinging over and just bending over from your hips. Really drive that bum to the ground and then propel yourself up into the sky, reaching high. Breathing as we extend up, breathing out as we extend up. Really nice and tight in our core, belly button to our spine. Breathing through. Remember, go at your own pace, be your own judge. We got a few more here, guys. Breathing through, nice and strong. Touching the ground. Keeping your bum down, pushing through those heels. Couple more. 3, 2, 1, and take a rest. Amazing. That's great. Rest period, moving around, keeping the body warm, getting that blood still moving through. And we're going to get ready for our next exercise, which is a tree lunge pulse. So we're going to go into our tree stance, or yoga tree. So feet together, bum down to the ground, arms extended from our shoulders towards the sky. And then you're going to lunge backwards and pulse. And then return that back leg to starting position and then alternate. So again, just watch me here. Arms extended out, bum back and down. Extend that leg back and pulse. Down, lunge down, pulse. When you come to returning position, we're not standing straight up and straightening our knees. We're keeping them bent and keeping in that tree pose. It's really going to make these quads work. These thighs are going to burn, but fight through it. This is when breathing becomes so important. Your mind becomes so important. Block it out. We're keeping nice and strong here in our posture, keeping those arms above our head, core's tight, and making sure when we step back with that back leg, we're bending that knee down towards the ground for our pulse. If you want to do a modified version, no pulse added, just step back, lunge, and then return to center. But to get that pulse, really squeeze those glutes and those quads. Couple more, guys. Keep pushing through and rest. Yeah, tap those thighs. Make sure you remind them that they're still there. That's a really great isolating exercise. Great work. Moving into our next pose now, we'll be doing a curtsy lunge. And it's exactly that. So we're going to start in our squatting stance, feet shoulder width apart, a little bit wider if you need. Extending one leg behind the other one and squatting down. So it's almost like a little bit of a lunge slash squat movement. Speed is not your friend here. We want to be slow and controlled. Raising your arms to shoulder height as you curtsy back and down just helps with a little bit of balance. It's a great sort of front lateral arm raise movement too, great for our shoulders. No bending over at the hips here either, keeping nice and straight in our posture, belly button in and tight towards our spine. Bringing that leg behind the front leg, kneeling down, knee to the ground. Breathing through. So again, we're not making sure that that back leg is straight. We want that back leg to bend behind that front leg as we curtsy, and take a rest. Now this is a new movement for us. We haven't done this one this week yet. It's a great strengthening for our back and for like our upper and lower back actually, and our rear delts. It is going to be a bent over flies with deadlift. So feet shoulder width apart, nice bend in our knees. We're going to come down, slide down our thighs, bring our arms out into a T pose. See how I'm nice and flat in my back. As we bend over, we're going to extend our arms outwards, squeezing our shoulder blades together, pretending that someone's fingers between your shoulder blades or a pencil and you have to squeeze it. Very slow and controlled in this movement. Keeping that slight bend in the knees, core tight, extending those arms straight behind, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Amazing, guys. Keep going. Really mind-body connect here. Mind-body connect with that upper back, squeezing, keeping the shoulders down. We don't want to crunch them by our ears in this movement. Nice and flat in our back. No rounding the back, especially when you get a little bit tired. We're nearing the end here of our minute. Couple more. And relax. As you get more advanced with that movement, you're welcome to add in some weights, some 5-pound weights, to give a little bit more resistance. But just using your own body weight is great too. So you have to take a sip of your water. Punch, crunch. Let's get ready for it. So extending high onto the one side, you're going to balance on your left toes and simultaneously bringing your elbows into your knee. And in that motion, you really want to focus on crunching those abs in, belly button into that spine, breathing, pushing. As soon as that right leg hits the ground, it comes right back up and you're crunching in. If you lose your balance, not a problem. Switch sides, guys. So now right leg on the ground, extending that left leg out, crunching in, breathing, push, push, push. Try to keep your same pace. Should we feel that in that lower abs? Use those lower abs to bring that thigh up to your elbow, pushing through. A few more, pushing through. Crunch, crunch, crunch. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Same again. That's a great movement if you can start extending that to even 30 to 1 minute per side, keeping that kind of cadence and intensity. It's a great alternative to your typical on the floor crunches. You know, sometimes those get boring and monotonous. We can definitely work our core and our ab areas in other ways, and that exercise is a great one. So moving on to something a little different here. We're going to do our plank bottom side to side with 3 push-ups. So this is quick, so listen, get in the plank position, a bottle in between you, and you're literally going to roll it from hand to hand, switching your weight from one arm to the other, and then 3 push-ups, 3, great, and continue rolling the bottle, from one hand to the other. Get ready for 3 push-ups coming up. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Roll the bottle from side to side, keeping that straight line from heel to shoulders, strong in the core. Don't let your hips tip down. Push-ups again. 3, 2, 1. And keep going. And if you need to do the modified version, bring your knees to the ground for the push-ups, not a problem. Just make sure you do so slowly. And again, guys, and rest. Yeah, definitely a child's pose relaxation moment. We're going to stay on the mat and we're going to get into a side plank. So we did this earlier in the week. Starting on our right side, stacking our feet on top of each other. You want your wrist underneath your elbow, using your left arm for support. Bring your hips off the ground. When you feel stable, then extend that left arm to the sky. Don't let those hips droop. See that straight line from my toe all the way to my shoulder. Breathing tight in the core, belly button in. That's your main support here. Again, if you shake, not a problem. It's just your muscles reminding you that they're there. Then slowly come down and switch sides. So left arm, stack feet. When you're comfortable, extend that right arm to the sky. Push, push, push. Almost there, guys. We're almost done. This workout was a fast one. You're doing amazing. Keep pushing through, pushing through. Couple more seconds and relax. Day 6 in the books. Huge congratulations and double high fives. Take a break, take a stretch, and stay with me while we go into our cool down. And right away we want to start our cool down. Grab a sip of water. Never want to forget the cool down. We don't want to just walk away and start our day. We need to stretch out our muscles and thank them for what we just did. This knee into the tummy is a great quad stretch, rotating the ankles, getting that heart rate back down, going into a quad stretch, holding onto something if you need, keeping those knees in line when you're stretching your quad. You don't want to tip over. You see some people bending over and pulling their leg to their head. You don't want that. When you keep the knees in line and just pulling the ankle to the bum. People often ask, how long should I hold a stretch for? About 8 to 10 seconds. It is great. Some stretches are a little bit different and some have different types of movements. We just don't want to be bouncing. You know, there's some kind of dynamic stretching out there, but this program does not include that. So right now we want to get into our downward dog pose and then alternating, extending, and bringing our knee in, feeling that stretch between our calf and our hamstrings, alternating, knee in and extension. And again, coming down into child's pose, stretching out the arms to feel that nice gentle stretch in our triceps and our shoulders. Like I said yesterday, we could stay here all day in child's pose. Really could. Breathing, bring that heart rate down and slowly come up into the tabletop and then over to our side. And we're going to extend our legs into a V and then bringing our one foot into our knee, reaching over into our right side there and pulling on our toe. Gentle pull, feeling that stretch in our calf and our hamstring. Switching sides. If you really want to feel a bigger stretch, pull that toe up off the ground and towards you. Couple more seconds to wrap that up. That's awesome, guys. Day 2 is completed. Don't forget your walk tonight. Have an awesome day.